to Fresh Take. You are listening to the Fresh Take Network.
You're listening to the Fresh Take Network.
What it is, what it do, welcome to Fresh Take, the rundown. Joshua Adam William Martin with the talent, sexy, dangerous Devon here. It's Devon Seal. Devon, how's it going?
I'm pretty checked out today.
So yeah, you and me.
You're gonna be lucky to get like a coherent sentence out of me once in a while.
I mean, this is one of the more chill episodes, really, of FTN because look, it's kind of been a month of nothing. All respect as far as prestige television, like I haven't watched the Owen Wilson show. Seems like it's getting no buzz. Like people seem to like it, but it's not really getting buzz.
Apple, easily explainable.
That Murderbot show, again, people like it, but not really the buzz that we were getting. That the ride that Apple was having with like the studio, Severance, Your Friends and Neighbors, like there was a buzz for those shows, and I don't really feel that there's the buzz for the Owen Wilson show or the Alexander Skarsgård show.
I mean, I see now I have an Apple TV. I see a lot of the Owen Wilson stuff on it, and Lord knows I like them. It might be like an airplane kind of show or like a quick binge show on a weekend. It's okay that we treat shows differently for different reasons. And I think that, like, obviously they want all their shows to be hits, but like the studio was kind of like a once a weeker, very fun to revisit it. It built up a lot of steam and momentum. It made you feel really happy. Then you just kind of forget about it. We move on. This golf show could just be like, you know what? It's a Sunday afternoon. It's raining outside. I'm just going to binge this show. There it is. Like, yeah.
I haven't seen Fountain of Youth yet either.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like John Krasinski, kind of like Indiana Jones type of thing.
Oh, I saw a title card for it, and then I was like, this looks like a bad PlayStation 4 game.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know how I feel about John Krasinski, to be honest.
You and me both. So, yeah, I there's not... Bears back next week, and so is Squid Game. So we will have, the final season of Squid Game.
It's so we waited like friggin' 4 years for 2 seasons to come out back to like. So you must have watched.
I watched season 2.
And was it? Did you enjoy it?
I liked it. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good. Really good. I'm excited for the finale here.
Okay. Now, do you think it has like the same
buzz? No.
Okay.
No.
Gotcha. Good to know. Okay, just checking.
Yeah.
Like, is it the kind of thing like I might like now? I'm kind of like now that I've kind of missed the window. I really like Squid Game season 1. The whole world did. It was the perfect time for that show. And I have no reason to be against it. I'm not against it whatsoever. It's just like there's these things happen now, like when they come out and you miss the window. I know it's always kind of going to be there. So I'm like, like Squid Game I liked, but I didn't love. Like it didn't make it my personality. I didn't think it was like my favorite show of the year. It was a nice surprise. So like I don't rate it that highly. So like if it was bad, I would just never watch it and I would just completely forget about it. And now I'm kind of like, well, maybe I'll get to it like one day, but I feel like we're getting bombarded with such large amounts of content that it's hard to like once you fall back on something, like once you don't catch up, it's really hard to keep it in the.
I think that's what happened with the Handmaids for me. Like I didn't see Handmaid, and I'm like, will I finish it? Maybe.
Do you care enough to? Yeah, maybe.
I don't think I care anymore. I don't care anymore because it was gone for so long. I mean, even some of the shows this summer, like the gimmick we have for today, we'll talk about. There's like 3 news items to talk about. We'll talk about first. But like the gimmick today is anticipation rating from 1 to 10 on what's coming here for the next 2 months into the summer and to the bottom here of June. And I mean, I think there might be 110 from you, and I don't know if I have a 10 on anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
you have that list, or do you want me to pull it up, or what?
I have
okay.
the list. Yeah.
I figured like
Uh,
you do such a good job of knowing what's coming out. For some reason, I don't know if I'm a bad Googler or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're good at that stuff. I trust you.
I'm a good you Googleizer.
You are.
The best at being a you googly.
Mhm.
So yeah, as far as the big news, Summer Game Fest came and went. Nothing crazy, new Bond game, but you and I talked about like great, another open world game. I'm sure it'll be fine. The Switch 2 launch, well, exciting. I mean, the Donkey Kong game looks great, but again, like,
Doesn't come out for a
uh,
while.
and I'm not still $700 on it. There was talks about the PlayStation 6 getting launched soon, which made me very angry because I'm like, what the fuck have you done for the PS5?
I have complicated thoughts with that, and ultimately, I was with you for a while,
Yeah.
and now, like in terms of like outrage, and now I think I'm back on the other side. I'm actually not bothered by it that much anymore, and I can tell you why as we talk
By the
about it.
6?
Yeah, I can tell you why.
Yeah, tell me why.
They're still making games for the goddamn PlayStation 4.
No, of course.
Like,
Of course.
so, and here's the thing too. Like, I don't
mean, it
know
came
if
out 5 years ago, right? So,
well, yeah, I don't know if you feel this way. I do. I think the idea of like graphical games now are not as important as they were like
No,
in the Xbox or PlayStation
no,
era.
no.
So like that really influenced how we purchased a lot of games back in the day because we wanted these companies to take advantage of the hardware because computers were changing so much. And obviously computers change a little bit, like they're changing a lot now, but we are not really going to notice the difference between 4K and 8K until our TVs can do it, and they're not thousands of dollars. So right now, everyone basically has a 4K TV. That's the max we're going to get. So graphics can only be so good. And also, as a video game player, I don't really care about realistic graphics anymore. I want like nice. I'd rather have like a game with a cool style than a game with realistic graphics. And then when you have all these indie games that do like watercolors or like black and white, your care about the graphics suddenly goes out the window. And then when you're open to those kinds of games, the gameplay and not the graphics, it doesn't really matter what you run it on. Like I played this game like for the last 2 weeks. You probably saw it when I was on PlayStation. It's called Vampire Survivors. You can look it up.
Right.
And basically it's like Castlevania graphics. And all you're trying to do is kill as many things as possible with your and it happens all kind of automatically. Like you set your guy up and then you just let it go. And then eventually you kill like 30,000 bats and then you get your gold and then you go buy stuff. Like
amazing.
And sometimes I crashed it because it was like there was too much going on. But my PlayStation 4 could handle it, my phone could handle it, my computer could handle it. And so would it be disappointing if they released a brand new console in the next 2 years and then forced you to upgrade? Yes, for sure. But except for like a couple AAA titles like Grand Theft Auto 6, basically, like what are we really
and Interstellar?
Yeah, like what do we really need like a Ryzen Generation 8 graphics card for? Very little.
I will be honest, if it wasn't for Interstellar, I would probably sell my PS5 right now.
Well,
and that's not. I think you laid out. I think you laid out all the great reasons. I also just find I am gaming a lot less than I used to.
That's a big thing too. The other thing too, the downside to your point about like wanting to sell it, which I agree with, is that they've done a really bad job of releasing things for it. Like the definitive title for the PlayStation 5, not including Grand Theft Auto 6, is going to be like what, Astrobot,
yeah, because God of War went on both consoles, right?
Yeah, like
Miles Morales went on both consoles. Spider-Man 2.
But even then, like I know that people were really excited for it, but it seemed like it didn't. So Spider-Man 1 did a really good job of bringing a lot of people back into gaming because of how good the game was. I don't know if Spider-Man 2, and I'm only speaking of like word of mouth, kept people's interests and changed gaming habits the way that Spider-Man the first version did.
No, I mean, I would say the first game was, both are good.
Well,
I
just
think,
more original.
I mean,
So
there was some really good boss battles in 2. I would say some really good boss battles that I'm just like getting angry thinking about right now.
Yeah.
And you and I didn't play Elden Ring, which I'm sure was a big one as well.
But Elden Ring came out for PlayStation 4, did it not?
Did it?
I'm pretty sure it did.
Jeez.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, the power of these consoles isn't so much anymore, but what we're seeing now are changes in the gaming market. So, obviously, like the PlayStation Portal, so like, portable is just like the word that's really flying off the shelves. Yeah, I guess not that big of a deal. But I also think that they've done a poor job of supporting the PlayStation 5. And I don't know if that's because everyone's waiting for Grand Theft Auto 6, but I don't think video game publishers are really kind of doing that the way that we think they are. So now we have like this weird kind of like, my console now, I have to find reasons to turn it on because I'm not playing as much Warzone.
Yeah.
But that's not a PlayStation problem. That's like a Call of Duty problem. But at the same time, like, I'm not buying as many games for PlayStation now. Like, I just bought a game off Steam for $9 on my computer that I'm going to take with me on this work trip I'm going on. And normally I would have bought it on my console, but I was like, I'm not bringing my PlayStation to my trip. So like, why do I care?
I mean, so they have Tech Radar has the most anticipated games for this year for PS, has Death Stranding 2.
That apparently is wild, like improved. I've only ever heard good things about it.
This week or next week?
Soon.
Yeah, I think Friday comes out next Friday.
Oh, it comes out. Yeah, it comes out really soon.
Yeah, next Friday. Gears of War Reloaded, which is a bunch of consoles. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, which comes out in every console. Borderlands 4 comes out in every console, and then Ghost of Yotei, which we'll see.
Yeah, like I'm just not really like I don't know. Like, I don't know why, like, I feel this way about gaming. I like to do interesting things in games. I want to play original, exciting games, but like a lot of this stuff, like, I don't need to play a remake of Metal Gear Solid, and especially without Hideo part of it. Like,
you know, it's interesting too. Like, I'm looking at Games Radar, most anticipated games to come, and none of them have dates. And it's all like the ones we talked about, like BioShock 4, Fallout 5, Wolverine, Star Wars Knight of the Old Republic remake, Star Wars Eclipse, Elder Scroll 6, The Witcher. Judas is on here, which, by the way, I'm officially done. I'm done.
Are you?
It's not. Yeah, I'm done. It's not.
I'm
real.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Real.
It may have been real, but it's not real anymore.
No, it's not real anymore.
And I'm sorry that you had to go through that. It's like a bad breakup.
I mean, this Hollow Knight Silksong that comes out at the end of the year. That looks really, really good. But part of me is just like, fuck, like,
dude. No. They've been saying Hollow Knight was going to come out for like years.
Well, it was in the Switch launch thing. That's why people said it said December, so we'll see. But I agree. But like, I was thinking the other day, I'm like, I could probably sell my PS right now for $600, and then my PS, and I should just go get a Switch. Just get a Switch too, because I want to play Donkey Kong. But I'm like, I really want to play Interstellar because I want to play the new Naughty Dog game. So,
well, here's a great question. Do you care about exclusives anymore? Because I think Xbox and PlayStation have both told the general public the answer is no.
No.
PlayStation with releasing games on PC, and then obviously Xbox releasing all their exclusives. Like, only one company cares about exclusives. It's Nintendo. They'll never change because they don't have to. They're the best at what they do. And so every other company is going towards like this point of a triangle where essentially they're going to be machines to play the same thing. Like, that's why, and I mean, this is crazy that I'm saying this after so many years, like, maybe a Steam Deck, like, just having Steam in general is pretty cool, because even the games on PlayStation, like, if I wait long enough, are coming to PC. Like, I don't have a gaming rig or anything. I just play like stupid indie games on it. But like,
yeah,
I don't have to worry about what games I'm playing anymore because almost everything comes out on PlayStation, Xbox, or Steam.
Yeah.
So what am I waiting for? Like, What do I need a console for? Good question. But I'm not upset by having a console. I just think I'm sad that PlayStation has been shitty with it this year, like the last couple of years.
Yeah. All right.
That's what's frustrating. Anyways,
and as other news, I don't think there was any big trailer. The Bruce Springsteen trailer came out today.
I didn't see it.
Hear Me, Alan White's probably going to get an Oscar because he seems like the boss quite a bit. So that looks good. I'm trying to think if there's any other exciting trailers that came out that I can think of.
How many Superman trailers have there been?
Too many.
So many.
The Wicked trailer, I never got to talk about that. How that was just unbelievable.
Okay.
I have a theory. I don't think they're ever going to show. Like they show, because you haven't seen Wicked 1, and I doubt you ever will. But they tease like Dorothy and everyone, but they never show Dorothy's face, and everyone's like, "Who they cast as Dorothy?" And people think they're going to keep it secret. Yeah. I don't think we'll ever see Dorothy because it's not her story.
Well, yeah. I mean, basically
it's it's Galinda and the Wicked Witch's story, right? So
yes, yeah.
So
that's an interesting theory. I don't disagree, unless there's only one casting that would work. Liza.
That was one that I saw some people say. Some people thought Dove Cameron, because she's done a lot of Broadway and singing and stuff like that.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So people were like, it's gonna be Taylor Swift. I'm like, I don't think people would be happy with that. Also, like Dorothy's like 16, so I don't think Taylor quite fits that.
Well, even still, like, we are so conditioned now to try to create the blank multiverse.
Yeah.
That, like, does this movie need a tease? Like, the answer is no. I don't think so. But these movie theaters are trying to get people in, and if word of mouth is that Dorothy's or Toto's in it, then people will be like, oh, I really want to see it now.
Yeah. Which
is completely ridiculous. Like, it makes no sense. But hey, man, the movie going, like, we kind of saw this with the show.
Yeah.
The algorithm is like pretty well known, and it's just meant for the lowest common denominator. It's made for dumb people.
Speaking of algorithms, this is my last point to get to. Ever since this Google Evo came out, my Facebook and specifically my TikTok is all AI Google Evo. Like it's
really
nuts. It's all like, people have done crazy things with it. People have done like Stormtrooper vlogs. The Bigfoot stuff is very popular on it right now. And then people are like, there was a Connor McDavid interview after they lost, and my parents fell for it, of him like saying like, fuck the Oilers, I want to go to the Toronto Maple Leafs, and this
really
bullshit. And they fell for it. And it's funny because Bill Simmons was talking how his dad fell for one of those interviews not that long ago. And I was like, when it happened to my parents, I'm like, no, like, and I feel like I can tell pretty good what is AI and what's not, because there's a cadence and it's very robotic.
Yeah.
Still, like, everyone's like, it's unparalleled. Like, visually, yes, they have nailed it, but the cadence and the tone is still very robotic.
There is a Gladwell podcast about this and how older people are not able to tell AI pictures or videos very well from real stuff.
Yeah.
But our generation is going to have a hard time telling AI audio, AI music. And the newer generation, Gen Alpha or whatever it is, they can spot it as well as we can spot AI video. Like it's basically like hardwired into them now, just to be able to tell it apart. But they can't explain why. Same reason with us in the videos. Like, my dad tried sending me like this cooking video now, like, someone was like cooking bugs or something like that, and he's like, oh, would you try this? And I was like, the bugs don't even look like real bugs. Like, they're like, everything else looks good, like the person frying them up, whatever. But like, and it, like, I basically had to like tell him to look at the finer details closer, and he was like, oh, I see it once you point it out, but I didn't notice it right away. And that'll be the same thing with us and the audio.
Well, think about the evolution. When Secret Wars came out, that was 2023, and that intro was all AI generated.
Oh, it's terrible.
And it was terrible, right? And there was, people always go to that, like, Will Smith eating spaghetti that they had, and now look where we are now. That's just 2 years time. Like, I've been beating this drum for a while. I don't know if I said on the pod, but like, how long until like like a Jackie Gleason or a Marlon Brando or a Marilyn Monroe, some of the older actresses and actors that are, their families have the rights to their likenesses, and they're not famous, they're not popular. Like, fuck, I can get some money for
Yep.
their
Great
likeness being a
grandpa.
movie. Yeah, great
Yep.
grandpa. Like, I don't give a shit. So yeah, put James Dean in a fucking movie. I don't give a shit.
Oh,
And then
it's
all of a
coming.
sudden James Dean is acting next to Brad Pitt, or like it's young Brad Pitt. Like it's
Yep.
not that far away, and there's going to be some real discussions, and I think it'll happen in this pod in the next 5-10 years of like, well, that performance by Marlon Brando and that was really good, but how do we don't do awards because that was AI generated for that Marlon Brando performance? Like, and like
Mm-hmm.
you're going to be able to bring careers like River Phoenix or Heath Ledger back to life.
Jeez. Yeah.
Potentially.
It's true.
Now, those are more recent examples, and I don't know if the Phoenix family would want to see River in that tone now because it's a lot more recent. Same with Heath's family, but you just don't know. Same with Chadwick, right? Like, does Chadwick's wife be like, did he want to see himself be in more movies? You don't know. I doubt it with some of the more recent ones, but I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, I hope like Ryan Coogler doesn't hear this podcast, and he'll be like, "Oh my god, I can have Michael B. Jordan and Chadwick together again."
Yeah, I could have
You're
put
right, though.
Chadwick in Sinners.
Yeah, he's a background zombie. You're absolutely right. It's a very real possibility. We as a society are not ready for these answers. I don't know what the answer is.
Well, we know Carrie Fisher's fan. We know that James Earl Jones' likeness was given to
Yes.
Star Wars, and
Yeah.
we know, I believe, Carrie's daughter said that Carrie's likeness was given away, so they can use Leia all the time. And Hamill this week talked and said, "I did not give them my I gave them for the Mando, but they came to me about having my likeness for the future." And he said, "Luke's stories are done with me. I don't think there's any more." And I think there is, in a good way,
Well,
but I
we
understand with
know who
But
the
Hamill hated what happened with it, so he's done.
well, and you know what? Like, we're not asking to see old Luke Skywalker
No.
stories. There's a certain era of Luke Skywalker stories we want to see, and we already know who the perfect casting is.
Yes, it's Sebastian.
Yeah, so in that case, like,
I want Legends canon. Give me Mara Jade, baby.
We do not need Mark Hamill if we can get Sebastian Stan to play the slightly older version of Luke in the New Jedi Order. But the problem is, as we've discussed many, many times, is we now have to make stories that somehow fit the dumbass sequel trilogy, which I hope you can now agree on a little bit more, that they are completely ridiculously dumb. Yeah, like they're not, yeah, whatever they are, it doesn't matter. But you're right. Like, would I love to see New Jedi Order with the Yuzong Vong, Mara Jade, with the different kids of the Skywalker family? Yes. Yeah. Is it ever going to happen? No, because these goddamn dumb movies came out and ruined everything.
I'd love it. I do like the sequels more than most. But I wouldn't hate, like, we get this, and hopefully Mando and Grogu do good. We have this Ahsoka season that comes out next year and does good. And it connects to the big movie that Filoni's going to do. And they're obviously doing stuff with time and space. It's like, everything's been fucking changed. Oh, shit. Episode 7 just happened.
I have no idea how it's going to work out. And I'm afraid because I'm emotionally invested. But, fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to the dark side. Like, at some point in time, I have a feeling that I have a very direct feeling that at some point in time, I will not really care about most of the Star Wars stuff that comes out. I'm kind of that way now. Like, I basically want, like, Ahsoka was so, Obi-Wan was so.
I will admit, my dad just recently he instead of just watching season 2 of Andor, he binged season 1.
Oh,
and
nice.
then binged season 2 of Andor. And now he was watching New Hope last night.
Yep.
And now he's watching Empire. Now he's watching Empire. But he's just like, he's like, it might be my favorite Star Wars thing ever. He's like, Andor. He's like, it's like the movies is like, it just unlocked an entirely different thought. And he's not super nerdy with it like us, and there's no Legends canon and everything like that, or stuff from the Clone Wars show. But he's like, it changed the whole thought I had on the films. He's like, it's so He's like, it's so kind of that feeling I had in the 70s when I watched Star Wars. And that's the first time,
Like whimsical hope.
you can hear like Van Lathan and some others talk about it, but like, when you have like your father or someone else that actually went to the theater during that time, and they're comparing that Andor to that feeling that they had, and like I've tried to ask my dad about it numerous times. I'm sure you've asked your dad, like, what was the vibe? Like, what was it like? Because like I'll always remember for us what it was like going to Force Awakens, what it was like going to the prequels. Like that is unparalleled for me. Like there's never been more of an excitement than I had when we went to Force Awakens. There was just it was crazy.
I know what our answer is. Our answer, so their Star Wars is our Endgame.
Yeah.
Nothing will ever compare
to
being in that theater for that scene and people losing their mind in the best way possible. It was so fun. It's the reason why we go to movies. Same reason why our parents went to movies. So we have that experience. It just is a little different.
Yeah. All right. Let's get to our little game here. So we're kind of we're not doing a list per se. We're not like ranking our top 10 things. But we're kind of just going to go by the biggest TV shows the TV Guide has laid out for the summer.
Okay.
And then for the movies that have been laid out that I checked with Rolling Stone, you get to pick, Dev. Do you want to go TV or movies first?
I feel like I have a better grasp on movies. So let's go TV first.
Okay. So the good news for everyone that listens to the podcast is this is the great week. They'll come back to the rundown.
Okay.
Because starting this week, we on June 24th, we have Ironheart, which has been reported that was the least amount of time between a trailer and the actual show ever in any Disney property ever released.
Wow. So they actually just started moving on it.
Yeah. I would say I'm at like a 6.
Oh yeah. I'm like okay, so are we you're just saying how excited we are. Like 10 out of 10 is like I'm going to turn it on.
I'm going to give a little bit of a ringer verse. I'm going to give a little bit of a ringer verse side of things too. Like you can go over a 10 to like an 11 if you're like overhyped about it. But yeah.
Okay,
like,
so
I'm like a 6. Like
for me, a 10 out of 10 is I'm turning it on. Like if it comes out at midnight, I'm turning it on at 12:01.
That's why I think there's 1 10 out of 10 in either one of these for you.
That's a 10 out of 10 for me. 1, 2, like basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is like I might watch it years later, and then 6, 7, 8, 9 is kind of like I watch it so 6 is kind of like 6 or 7 is kind of like if you tell me it's good. 7 or 8 is gonna like, I might watch it with my partner, and then 9's like I'm gonna watch it, like, or I might binge it. So Ironheart you're right, is probably I'm scared of this. I'm gonna call it a 5. Like
I'm only excited because of I like the character the Hood quite a bit.
Okay.
And I'm excited for you to get to know the Hood. I like Dominic Thorne's portrayal of Riri in Wakanda Forever. So there's elements here I am interested in, but it's also kind of like a why.
Yeah, that's where I'm at.
And Iger has talked about it of like we just started to put Marvel shows out. Like it was cool that we got Riri and Wakanda Forever. And I like I said, I like the character. I'm interested in the Hood, but like I don't know if we needed to have the Ironheart show instead of maybe just doing what we did in some of the we've gone through this whole thing with characters. I'm not going to do it again.
I'm actually not that high on Wakanda Forever.
Yeah,
generally speaking, I think it's actually kind of bad because of like nothing. Like it seemed like a movie that was just meant to introduce a bunch of TV shows that are going to be kind of bad.
Yeah.
This is the kind of show. So if the first is this some bullshit where they're going to release like 3 episodes on day 1 and then like, or is this like, is this like a week
I
to week
believe
thing?
it's week to week. Let me just see here, just double check here. But
Yeah,
I believe it's week to week. And Mephisto confirmed.
Confirmed, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sacha Baron Cohen, yeah.
If this show is bad, like Secret Wars was bad, I'm not actually going to finish it. Like I didn't finish Echo. I didn't finish Secret Invasion. I didn't
Damn,
finish
Dev, you fucking called it.
3 episodes.
3 episodes, we're done.
That means that they're not high on it. That means
No.
that means they don't think it's gonna be good.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? This kind of reminds me of Clone High season 2. Like, get it out of here.
Season 2 was good though.
That was them not giving a fuck about Clone High. This is, I think Disney's like, Echo did this too. Echo just did the binge.
Yeah, I was going on New Year's
kind
of thing, wasn't it?
I was like, why are they doing a binge for a Marvel show? So this must tell me that Disney's not very high on this. So
no,
Devin has the right to 1 episode. If not, then we will be reviewing this with Andy.
I want it to be good. I just don't think it will be. I'm a 5.
Okay, The Bear, June 25th.
I'll be out of the country, so I can't watch with my partner, who will also be similarly excited, but I'm a 10 out of 10.
This is the only one I thought you had a 10. I'm an 8.
Yeah, like it's as someone who, like, I was higher on the last season than most people.
Yeah,
it's okay that some seasons are like, same thing with Succession. Like some seasons, the people like okay things happen, and some seasons things fell apart, and it's okay that we're in a time now where, like, I think everyone wants the show to, like, for them for shit to fall apart all the time. It's okay that things are chill. Like when you're in the routine where you're just going to your job every day, like that's okay.
Yeah, I like season 2 far more. This show gives me so much fucking anxiety, and I know it's the point, but it's not the uncomfortableness that I get with like Curb or Seinfeld or
Embarrassment.
Sunny, but it's a different kind of uncomfortableness that it brings. I think as the season, I also hate, and this is partly, yes, because as a content creator for a podcast, I fucking hate the binge for this show. I want it to be a week by week episode because it's easier to talk about it week by week.
Yeah.
I do separate myself from The Bear. I do try to go two a day or 1 a day. I never binge this show the best that I can. But it is one of those shows that is such a popular conversation around my group circle that you do feel somewhat of a need to catch up. And then even, listening to the Prestige TV podcast on The Ringer, or listen to Bill Simmons himself or others that talk about television, you want to feel the catch up to them so you can get their opinions and everything like that. I think the comedy side has always bugged me with it, of it being the comedy side, as we've talked copious amount of times. I do think that they paid Ron Word, but I think that there was a outpour of that at the Emmys, being like, you need to change where you are.
Yeah.
And
for sure.
That's one of the reasons Hacks won, even though Hacks was great. But it doesn't need to have the comedy all the time. And it does a good job with its comedy and with the tough decisions. And I think with everything as I've sat through season 3 and I've thought about season 3 more and more, the buildup of everything with AO, the buildup of everything that Kerm went through with everything like that. Cousin didn't have as much of an arc. They let everybody else kind of breathe a little bit more than Cousin. I think this season could be really special. And now I'm talking myself into a 9.
Oh yeah. Even just from the fact that it's like, it holds the belt for best show on TV right now. Like Succession had it.
Shogun.
Well, Shogun had it, but like at the time we also thought at the time it was a mini series, and when it's time for Shogun to come out, then it might hold the belt again. But like The Bear holds the belt until a new show comes out. Like White Lotus, when friggin' Sam Rockwell was on it, held the belt for about 2 months there, and then The Bear is going to be like, I'll have that back now, please.
Yeah, Last of Us never took it.
You don't think so?
No.
Maybe so pissed off about it. That's what I want to know.
Maybe the Joel season, but it was good. I liked Last of Us. I don't think it was good enough to take the belt though. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it was good enough to take the belt like from White Lotus was.
It was a good White Lotus year, and you know what?
Yeah.
It was better. White Lotus. Was White Lotus better than last season?
I like season 3 more, but a lot of people do like season 2 more, but I like season 3 more.
I'm kind of with you. I think Rockwell and
I also think there was more star-making performances out of this, right?
Patrick was
Like
good too.
Patrick became somebody in this.
Yeah.
Amy became someone
Amy
out of this.
Lou.
Goggins kind of hit the next level that we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, that's
as
true.
far as superstar. It got him SNL, like vice principals and gemstones and all the other stuff that he's done didn't get him SNL. Being a White Lotus, Fallout, like all the stuff that Goggins had done. White Lotus was the thing that finally pushed him to get into SNL.
That's a really good point. Yeah,
and people
I think
say,
I like
"Oh,
this.
SNL doesn't matter anymore," but it does. It does matter a little bit still.
It does. Of course, it does.
Because when you make it to that SNL stage, it shows that you are one of the most important actors, right? And, you know, at least most talked about people in the pop culture right now. Yeah. Most important is not that, but most one of the most talked about, right? Like, yeah, you've had a Kim Kardashian and you've had an Elon Musk, you've had bad hosts like that. But then once in a while, you get someone that deserves to be on that stage, like Walter Goggins, who was made for the show.
Very good point. What are we? So the Bear, you said 9.
I'm up to a 9 now. Yeah,
I am a 10.
Yeah, I figured. I think that might be your only 10. I think that might be the only 10 from either one of us. Okay, some of these can go a little faster. An Apple TV Plus show called Smoke. That stars Taron Egerton. Smoke stars Egerton as an arson investigator who recently partners with a police detective in order to catch 2 serial arsonists. It sounds fine. I probably won't watch it. Seems like a show my parents might like. So, I mean, I like Taron Egerton, but like a 3.
Taron's such a weird career person. Like, I don't know what to think about him. But the same thing, like, so some of these crime shows, you never know when, like, the next Mindhunter comes along. Department Q on Netflix seems to kind of have that corner right now, even though I know nothing about it. And you said you're not sure much about it either.
No.
Like, Department Q might be my Airplane movie next week, or TV show. But no, this show, I think you're right. 3. Like, I need to see a trailer, like, before I decide. Like, if Fincher is involved, then I'm going to be a 5. But
yeah,
I don't know. Sometimes cop shows to me, Josh, cop shows are either complete must watches or complete stayaways. There's never like an okay cop show.
It also has Greg Kinnear and John Leguizamo in it.
I like Leguizamo, but not enough for me to like go out of my way to watch a show he's in.
Squid Game season 3. I am an 8.5 for the finale.
I haven't watched Squid Game season 2, so I'm like a 5, 6.
Yeah, I like the way we're going. I mean, we're kind of repeating some of the same things, but I'm interested in this. I think I'm at least happy that they're like, yeah, we're going to do season 3, and Netflix obviously going to do some kind of spinoff. We fucking know it's going to.
Oh yeah.
But I'm excited to kind of just see how. Yeah, I'm excited to see the conclusion of it and how it all ends. Like, I'm excited for that.
So let's put it this way. I'm curious on the premise. I think I lost the heat of the moment where people would watch it and then talk about it. So I'm behind. But I am overall relatively positive especially on Asian cinema, Asian TV. I think the stories they generally tell are always kind of fun and they're always different, which is why Squid Game caught the world by storm. So I could see myself catching up to 2 and 3 all at once, but only if you were like, hey, season 3 was killer, you got to watch it, then I'll do it. That's why I'm like a 5.
I'm so careful now because I have such a startling reputation.
And you know what you're doing. I
don't want to give it away. I don't know what this is. It's an anime, so I don't know if you might know. I'm gonna butcher the name, but Dana.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's really popular right now. I don't know much about it.
Season 2 coming to Netflix, Hulu, and Crunchyroll. So if you don't know anything, we'll skip it.
No, I know. Like it's been on like it's been on everyone's list. Dan to Dan. I have to give season 1 a chance, but I am kind of. I know about it. Let's put it that way.
What else do we have here? Okay. So some stuff for me doesn't that you're not going to watch either one of it, but Always Sunny. I'm going to put these together. Always Sunny in Philadelphia and South Park. Solid sevens.
Okay.
Solid
Like,
sevens.
you'll get to them when you get to them.
I'm gonna watch them. I've watched them for how long they've been on, and I will watch them.
I know. Hey.
Yeah. What else do we have? And then July is like no shows that we're gonna watch at all. Like there's a show called Chief of War on Apple TV with Jason Momoa, but I can tell you right now we're probably not gonna watch that. So I'll just go to the biggest show of August. So July again, it's gonna be mainly movies for content.
Yep.
Wednesday, season 2, part 1. My niece is probably at 11. I'm like, yeah, like a 6.5. The last season was good. It's a perfectly fine show.
I am a 0.
Sure.
I don't hate it. I'm not a hater. I just have no reason to watch it.
Actually, I
should
lied.
watch-
There might be another 10 coming up here
Oh, for me?
for both of us.
Okay.
I mean, Wednesday's fine. Like, it's okay.
I'm not a hater. I don't know. I'm not going to watch it. I'd
No,
rather
fine.
actually. I might watch Beetlejuice tonight.
I like it. It's fun. Here might come the other 10. Alien Earth.
Oh my god, 11?
Yeah, I'm hyped.
That trailer is probably one of the coolest trailers.
And Noah
I've seen
Holloway,
in a long time.
Holloway is doing it as well. Written and directed by Noah Holloway.
I was talking about this to you off air. It's ironic because we do a podcast about pop culture. The best space to be in is a fan who's interested but not invested. So like that's me with Alien and Predator, where when Alien and Predator I'm good, I'm 2 feet in. And when they're bad, it doesn't bother me that much.
No, but isn't it kind of funny that one of the underrated things that Disney got from Fox was Alien and Predator, and that's like one of the best things they've kind of rebrought life to Predator in a way. Like both Predator products that Disney have done have been fucking awesome.
Yes.
And both Alien things that Disney have done. I mean, Alien Earth, I'm assuming is going to be awesome, but at least the movie was good.
Yes.
And this looks really good. So it's like with all the stuff we talk about with Marvel and the animation and Star Wars is like they've done a really good job with Alien Predator since taking over for that.
I wonder if because these aren't like the tentpole franchises for Disney, I'm not saying they're not important franchises.
No, you're right.
That they were a lot more
hands off.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you let people, because now these franchises are both so old that they've directly influenced generations of creators. When you let people who are fans of the series just make a thing and like not worry about how it fits in or not worry about the movies that it's going to connect to, it has a lot of chances to surprise you. Like, and you're exactly right. The most perfect example of this was Prey.
Yeah.
When then it just kind of redefines that Predator doesn't have to be a bunch of movies that are like I Know What You Did Last Summer where all the characters come back. Predator works really, really well as snapshots in time of this alien fighting the Native American warriors, samurais, World War II soldiers. Like, who cares? That's what people want to see.
Absolutely.
And now the movie's out, right? Is it a movie?
It's an animated movie.
The animated one? Yeah, if you're a Predator fan, kudos to you. That's like when Clone Wars comes out, we're over the moon. I'm probably going to watch it on an airplane and I'll just be like, you know what? Like, even if it's okay, I'm going to be like, yeah, that was kind of fun. Yeah. I have no expectations and I don't care if it's good or bad because it's not my favorite franchise. So like, I'm just happy.
Perfect. It's funny, with all respect to Ironheart, like Alien's going to do way better numbers on the platform on Disney Plus than Ironheart does.
That friggin' trailer was mind-blowing.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay.
Then we have Peacemaker Season 2. I'm like at a 7. It was a good season.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah, I'll give you an 8. It wasn't a
8.
bad season. It was a good season. Cena's good in this role.
Yes.
I think the interesting thing is mean, it's the buzz for this is going to be interesting too because this will be after Superman, right? So this will be the second live action thing of Gunn's DC verse. They're teasing the how they're going to talk about the multiverse splits and how that Peacemaker ends up in the James Gunn verse. And then James Gunn said he's kind of done with bullshit multiverse. He just wants to explain how he got Peacemaker over.
Thank you.
So, and there's also like he killed Rick Flag, and Rick Flag Sr. is around right now, played by Frank Grillo, who is also in Superman. So they're going to be talking about that. The trailer looked fun. I think you and I were very surprised at how good season 1 even was.
Yeah, I went in with low expectations, and I don't think it's perfect, but I was pleasantly surprised. And the thing with those kind of like comedy shows, when they're not meant to, like, you're taking like a generally a franchise or a medium that's not supposed to be comedic and then making it comedies, is that sometimes the novelty wears out. And by the end of the show, with the butterfly bullshit, the novelty is wearing out. But that's not to say that I didn't like all the in-between. Like the best part of Peacemaker were like the in-between episodes. Like 3 to 6 were just really good. And then it kind of lost me at the end there.
Yeah.
But I was still happy with the ride.
It might get another 10 from you.
No, it's an 8. Oh, what?
No, the next one. King of the Hill.
I'm worried. No, I'm not worried. If it's bad, I don't care. I just started season 6 of King of the Hill, which season 6 probably has one of the best episodes of all time, where it was when Bobby kicks guys in the nuts.
Yeah.
That's my
What are you gonna do, Bobby?
You. Yeah, what are you
Bobby
gonna do?
Kick me in the nuts.
Yeah, I just watched it yesterday morning, and I was like, and actually, like, all season 6 starts off like pretty hot. I think it's like the golden age, like The Simpsons. Yeah. King of the Hill's not a 10 out of 10 because if it's bad, I don't care. It's probably a 7 or an 8. It's an 8. I'm okay with it. Like, but everyone's dead in real life. That's the sad part.
Okay, a few things that I just forgot. Dexter Resurrection. This is for me and Nick. We're at a 10. We're so in.
Really? I thought you didn't like Dexter anymore.
The young Dexter was fucking great.
Oh, was it? Okay.
The new one that came back that had Clancy Brown as the villain was good until the end. But like I'm kind of excited. Like that's the thing with Dexter. It's a franchise I like.
Right,
Nick and I have gone back and forth like, fuck, we're kind of in. So not a 9, not a 10. I'll give it a 9.
Okay.
Sandman season 2. You never saw season 1, so I can't really give that a review. Quarterback season 2. I'm kind of getting sick of these shows, but like I will watch them. But like I get a 6.
What kind of shows are you talking about? Like the sports shows?
The sports one where they follow the people around for the year.
Oh, you mean like a real life version, like Hard Knocks, or is this?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
This is like the Netflix one, right?
Yeah. But Peyton Manning.
Oh, yeah. These are the ones that like your girlfriend watches, and it's like, oh my god, I really want to watch football because this guy was on it. And you're like, okay, yeah, that's.
Platonic season 2. 8.
Yeah, 8 or 9.
Yeah. What else do we have? I think, and that's it. So there's been better shows than I thought it would be, but still, like, I mean, it's the highlights really are The Bear and Alien.
Oh gosh, there's shows. That's the thing is like there are shows that I'm very excited for, and there's shows that I will watch the first couple episodes of, and then there's shows that I just like don't care about. Like Platonic, I'm gonna watch, and if it's like even if it's like mediocre, I'll be like, like I had a fun time. Don't care that much. I'm not gonna judge it too seriously, even though the first one was kind of a surprise in a good way.
Dexter's interesting because like I have a lot of flights that I got to do in July. I'm like, I'm not watching Dexter. There's just some stuff I'm like, I'm not watching that on a plane. I don't care.
Oh, I see.
Like, would you want to watch like? There's some stuff you're like, yeah, I'm not watching that on the plane. Like I remember
I'm not watching
the
Alien
Bear,
on a plane.
not the Bear, not watching Alien. The Iron Claw, the wrestling movie. I texted Adam, is this appropriate for the plane? He's like, no, it's super fine. Fucking full out nude shower sex scene. I'm like, dude. Like and it doesn't matter. No one gives a shit, but I just get like I really just get uncomfortable with like super gory stuff or like sex scene stuff on the plane because I'm like, fuck, what if people think I'm fucking watching?
Yes. Oh yeah, 100%. I made a mistake like that one time. I turned on Hot Tub Time Machine
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh my God. What?
Oh, the Jessica Perry scene.
Yeah, I got so embarrassed. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's my bad. My bad.
Yeah.
That's on me.
There's nowhere to go to this. Our first movie is Elio, the Pixar movie.
I don't even think Disney's high on this.
Dude, I've turned a table on this. The trailer looks super fucking cute, super fucking fun. The reviews have been really, really good.
Right.
I think this might turn the corner from what everyone thought it. This could end up being the surprise of the summer now. Like I'm like, the more I saw the trailer, I'm like, this kind of looks really fun.
Yeah, like the premise is, at least it's original. The premise is unique. It's just one of those movies. Like, are kids going to want to ask their parents to go to this movie compared to like How to Train Your Dragon?
But like 2 weeks ago, I was at a 5. I'm now at an 8.5.
I'm really out of touch with Pixar, although I want them to do well. So I'm probably like a 6.5.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I hope it does well.
Also out this week, 28 Years Later, which sounds like it's a fucking almost a masterpiece. Like Criterion Collection is like, it's coming for it right away.
Oh no, yeah, I heard like the previews were like just bumping.
Yeah,
which is good. I don't think I've seen 28. What's the sequel?
28 Weeks Later.
I don't think I've seen 28 Weeks Later. I know I saw 28 Days Later. So I probably gotta do a rewatch, I think.
Yeah, me too. F1 seems like the reviews are good, so I think I'm up to an 8.
Did you hear about the trailer on your iPhone?
No.
So it uses the vibration motor in the trailer. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out later. But I think I'm a 9 on this movie because it's really hard not to just let Brad Pitt cook.
Yeah, I agree.
So
and you got Javier Bardem as well.
Oh, I think I'm a Javier stan.
Megan 2.0, we are not the audience for this, so I don't feel like I should review this, so I'm not going to give it a rating. I'm glad that the first one did good. Nick and Adam would be better to give this a review than we would.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. Jurassic World Rebirth. I am a solid 7.5.
See, people I know are like super jazzed for this. Even like the casual movie fans, like my partner's mother is like really like she hasn't seen the last 3 Jurassic Park movies and now suddenly just wants to go. And I'm like, I don't know how people decide when they want to go and they've never seen these movies before. I'm low on it until
the trailer. So when we saw the trailer during the Stanley Cup game the other day, Shorty J just rolled her eyes. She was like, "What the fuck, really?"
Yeah, like I'm kind of see. This is me about like Alien and Predator. Like if Jurassic Park's going to be good, I'm in. But if it's not, like I don't care. Like I didn't see the last one.
Oh, it's so fucking bad.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I don't.
That's generally one of the worst movies I've ever fucking seen.
That's saying something.
That was really fucking bad. On Netflix, The Old Guard 2. That's the Charlize movie where she can't die. Did you ever see that on Netflix?
No. Was it good?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, it's a 6. It knows what it is. It's a Netflix movie. It's a Netflix action movie, but it's fine. It's like those Hemsworth movies, right? Like you're not going to rate them that high, but like
the Hemsworth movie was. I didn't see Extraction 2, but Extraction 1 was pretty good.
Yeah, like it's a 6.5 for me. Old Guard 2. Superman.
Oh, you're worried, aren't you?
I don't know what to do. As a Superman fan, 10. But as I guess an 8.5 because I don't know.
I know you're worried.
I don't know. I'm fucking so worried about this movie.
I'm going in actually positive about it. For no reason other than just it's so hard to screw up Superman. Just give it a chance.
It's so crazy that it's less than a month now.
Also, maybe the reason why I'm positive is because I don't think I've watched any trailers for it.
Yeah, I haven't really either. It's just I want to know the gun. He did show it in Guardians 3 of hitting the right amount of comedy and the right amount of drama. He did a good job in Guardians 3 with that.
I guess it depends because people were really pissed off. This is. I had a really hard time figuring this out when Man of Steel came out. I think it's a really good movie, and
Me too.
I found it interesting that people were upset because they wanted to be campier. Actually, like they were like, "Oh no, Superman is supposed to be like kind of cheesy, kind of like bright and shiny and like Boy Scoutish." And not like this moody guy, and they were really pissed off by that. And I thought that was really weird. Like it's incredibly valid, and so it seems like if we go into this movie with Superman being kind of squeaky clean and Boy Scout, I think we're going to be fine.
Yeah,
and also we're not going to get like. Do you really think we're going to get like? It's not 2 hours of an origin story. It might just be like 10 minutes. You know,
Superman's been Superman for 3 years at this point.
Even better. Like even if they do one flashback of like flying like in the spaceship or something, I don't
juggling, care. No, he is juggling Superman and Lois and Jimmy and all those characters.
A job.
You have Mr. Terrific.
Yeah.
Girl. You have Guy Gardner. You have Metamorpho. Like you have so many characters that you're juggling in this. And look, these are all DC characters. I love Metamorpho, and it's played by our guy from Barry. He's Metamorpho. That's amazing.
Oh, Anthony Hannigan or whatever his name. Kerrigan?
He's Metamorpho. Like that's amazing. And I think Nicholas Hoult is going to be a really good Lex. And Rachel Brosnahan is a fantastic Lois. I think the guy that played the good Soups is a good Soups. The guy that played Jimmy Olsen is a good Jimmy Olsen.
That's the guy from Gemstones, right?
Yeah, I kind of like Nathan Fillion being Guy Gardner. I think they got for Hot Girls good. I'm so fucking excited for casual fans to see how fucking smart and badass Mr. Terrific is.
Yeah.
Because he generally might even be smarter than Tony Stark. Like, he's one of the smartest characters in all of comics. So I'm excited to see them. You can see the excitement. I'm so fucking nervous. Because it's my favorite hero. So it's and it is the one I've read the most comics on, done the most stuff on. So I'm just really fucking nervous.
I think go in being positive yet open-minded.
That's the plan.
And because the other thing too, like, yes, we're worried about all these characters being in the movie. But the flip side is like not all of them have to have the same amount of screen time.
No.
So it's like, oh, how are we going to keep track of all these friggin' characters? And it's like, that's not the point. The point is that some of them might, like, literally some of these characters might show up for 30 seconds in the first 10 minutes of the movie and then get their ass kicked, and then like we move on.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like Cranston and friggin' Godzilla or whatever.
True. I know what you did last summer.
I think I've watched the first one, so 0.
4.
Like,
4.
Are you over it now? Because you were high on it for a while, right?
I like the screams. I don't really care about this.
Oh, sorry, I got them mixed up. Okay.
I mean, I'm excited. Freddie and Jennifer Love Hewitt are back. That's dope. I'm always happy to see Freddie Prinze. I'm always happy to see Jennifer Love Hewitt. I did realize how old I was. It's just like looking at Freddie's and Jennifer Love Hewitt's age is like, fuck, we're getting old because like they're like the vets now, like the mentors. That's so weird. Like that they're like going to Freddie Prinze, like, I'll tell you about this guy murdered all my friends.
Full uncle mode.
Yeah, same with Jennifer Love Hewitt. I'm like, this is just weird.
Yeah. I mean, I got to keep the franchise going somehow.
Yeah. What else do we have? Fantastic Four First Steps. Again, very intrigued, but very nervous. An 8. But I'm excited. I'm more excited for Galactus than anything of this. That's
you want
most excited for is Galactus. I want the popcorn thing, and it's made by Jack Kirby. And Galactus is, if not my favorite villain, one of my favorite villains.
Okay, can I tell you something?
You're like are you 2 to 4? That'd be cute. I'd like that.
Well, that'd be a girly. I wish I was that clever to make that joke. I'm not gonna put all of my Marvel balance on this one movie, but if it's not good, I'm kind of like I think I can kind of say I'm out. I have been watching less and less Marvel. I haven't watched as many of the TV shows. Lots of like
This goes right into Doomsday Dev, so it does have a lot on it.
I know, but the thing is, like, it's not so much like I'm kind of in like the whole girlfriend territory where it's like I've passed my Marvel knowledge. I'm not pretending I know anything anymore. At the same time, I still want them to make coherent storylines and not just try to set up the next movie or the next big movie. I need this movie to be good. The reason why Iron Man 1, 2, and 3 worked for various reasons was because Iron Man 1 was good. Iron Man 1 wasn't trying to set up Iron Man 3 the whole time.
Yeah. So where are you at?
Like a 6. Like if the previews are bumping, okay, I'm in. Like I can make that commitment. But if they're like 6s, I'm just gonna wait for Disney.
Yeah, like you are for Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts is really good.
Well, no, I wanted to see Thunderbolts. I was on vacation for Thunderbolts, so I missed it. If I was in Canada, I would have went to a theater to see it. I was iffy on Captain America.
Yeah.
And I was proven right.
Same day, but on Netflix, Happy Gilmore 2. An 8.5, a 9. The nostalgia in it looks really fun. Like it just looks fun, man. It just I mean, I think after what Beverly Hills Cop 4 was last year, when it was like this was exactly what it needed to be. I'll probably rewatch it once, and everyone like knew what they were, and the nostalgia was just perfect. I'm assuming the formula will be there, and this is the first sequel that Sandler's ever done. Sandler has never done a sequel.
That's crazy to me. Well, was he in Hotel Transylvania?
Yes, but as far as
I know, I'm just pulling your leg.
As far as his original movies, yeah. So I mean, the stars are all over this one as well. Like,
is it too big to fail?
It's on Netflix, so like, what's failing? Just getting bad reviews.
True. That's true.
I actually do think there's a world where if this went against Fantastic Four, I would not bet 100. Fantastic Four would probably win the box office, but I wouldn't be like super sure of it. Would you? Like, if it was Fantastic Four versus Happy Gilmore in the box office, I would assume Fantastic Four would win. But if you told me like Fantastic Four bombs a little bit and Happy Gilmore takes the weekend with 50 million, I'd be like, doesn't shock me.
I don't think Fantastic Four will only do 50. That's way too low. Even for a bad Marvel movie.
No, I know, but you know what I'm saying is I wouldn't be shocked if Happy like I do question Netflix not letting this play in the theater.
Yes, that's weird to me.
For at least a month, because I think this movie could have
made 100. Could have made 100.
Yeah, it could have made some money.
It's so tough with like these legacy characters because we've seen good versions of it, and then obviously like there's no in between versions of like the 30-year remake.
Like I was Coming to America, which I was kind of higher on than
I was higher on.
Yeah, you and I were both higher on. And then there's the Bev Cop, which was good. I'm trying to think if there's another bad comedy. By the way, we didn't get to talk about it. Speaking about comedy legacies, Spaceballs 2.
Oh yeah, that was a great intro
and Louis Pullman just got cast in it. He has to be Kylo.
When you put it that way, I didn't really think of it that way, but that will happen. Well, no, yeah, he'll be, exactly. He'll be, wow, I don't even know their names because I only just
Darth Helmet, Long Range. Right? I mean, and then I'm sure they'll do something for Joan. What happened with Joan Rivers and John Candy's character?
Well, he was a dog, so it's like, oh, he died 20 years ago. Like, what?
This is Vomit.
Yeah,
he's
that's
the son of Barf. Yeah.
They could be, well, with the way dogs go, it could be like the great grandson.
And Mel Brooks did an interview. Mel Brooks is what, 98, 99? It just seems like
90 something. He's got
still
it,
going.
Man. He's gonna live forever.
He's gonna be 100-year-old yogurt.
I do not know. Like, I don't really have much of an emotional connection to Spaceballs. Although when I rewatched
that trailer was like, really good.
The trailer was funny.
Yeah,
it was really funny. I'm like a 6. I'm a 6 on it. 6 to 7.
On Spaceballs?
Yeah. No, I know it's not coming out this year, but like I'm just saying.
No,
in general,
2027. We got some time to wait.
I'm a little ways away, but
Together, which this movie is getting sued right now as well. We should note.
What the hell? What is it?
This is the body horror movie with Dave Franco and Alison Brie, where their bodies start to get kind of stuck together. It's kind of Cronenberg-y a little bit.
Isn't this like a copyright suit or something?
Yeah. I mean, I like the premise of it. I thought it was cool, and the copyright thing's a little weird, but I'm still interested in watching it.
It's weird because like everything about Franco says that I should like him, but sometimes I actually feel like I can't trust him as like a person. Like I don't know what his personality is.
And apparently, like they pitched the original creators pitched their movie to Brie and to Franco during COVID, and they're like, "No, we're good," and then they made this.
Yes,
so that made me see. Like I was interested in it, but now I kind of feel a little bit yucky.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of just iffy on celebrity couples in general now after the whole Blake and Ryan
Ryan thing. Yeah,
Ryan thing is just so weird to me that like I'm just over all of it.
This will be a Prime. This will be on Prime probably in October, and then I'll watch it.
The best case scenario is it's basically like not Spring Breakers. Palms. What's the one with Sandberg that came on the COVID? Yeah, Palm Springs. That's what we're hoping for, right?
Yeah. Naked Gun. I gotta tell you, it's a 7. It's growing on me. The trailers have been good. All the Naked Gun movies just came onto Netflix, by the way. I have not probably seen them in like 15 years. I think a binge. The new trailer that came out this week.
I didn't see it.
I think they may have nailed it. And we have been dying for a good spoof, and we have Scary Movie out next year, so we could be getting back to a fun level of spoofs again. You know, if we get this, and then we get Scary Movie, and then the year after that we get Spaceballs. Like instead, when we talked about this in the past, we had those terrible like Meet the Spartans, and they were just getting like really bad.
Movie 52 or whatever it was.
Like they were just getting really bad for spoofs, and this seems to catch what we liked about spoof movies, because we do like spoof movies, but they just got so stupid and had D-list actors in it. Not that that's a problem, but it's just like there was something about, for us, Scary Movie was the parody that we grew up with, right?
Gosh, yeah.
But Naked Gun was to a degree there as well, and I think that they kind of have nailed it a little bit in that latest trailer. Like I'm high, and I'm high on it.
Naked Gun were like my friends' older brothers or like my uncle's version of spoof movies that they really liked, because it was just a bit out of reach for me. So I always watched Leslie Nielsen movies being like, oh, I'm so mature, because like no one I knew really liked them. And I also kind of grew up with a lot of Monty Python too, and it really kind of made me go like, oh yeah, this is my sense of humor, like watching Airplane and stuff like that. So I think my impression from like the first trailer is kind of like iffy, but I'm willing to have an open mind if someone else I know is like, hey, you want to go get stoned and watch this? I'd be like, I'd give it a try.
August 8th, Freakier Friday, 9.5. Let's go.
I'm
here for the Lohana Sands. I'm here for it, baby.
Yeah, I'm a 0, but I really wanted to work out for her.
Yeah.
And I think it will. And I think this is a great way to do it. Like it's an easy cash grab, easy premise. Jamie Lee's obviously on fire right now with The Bear and all the stuff that she's doing, minus Borderlands. So this is I think this should be an easy win for her. And you could also make this a franchise where like she's the grandma, you then have a kid involved, then you have a 3-way Freaky Friday situation.
That's what they kind of did, because they have Lindsay's daughters take over. So I was like, and you know what? Disney has kind of killed it for stuff that was supposed to be Disney Plus. Moana 2, supposed to be Disney Plus, $1 billion. Lilo and Stitch, supposed to be Disney Plus, 800 million and growing. Freakier Friday, supposed to be Disney Plus, went to the theaters. This movie's going to probably make 150.
Oh, at least I hope so.
Yeah, because it's in August, and like it'll be probably one of the bigger August movies as far as families to go to. So,
well, it just kind of proves that like Disney's the best when they don't put a lot of pressure on themselves to like. I think for like especially in the 2020s, especially the pandemic as well, maybe excluding the pandemic. It seemed like Disney wasn't happy unless their movies made $8 billion. And in reality, like if they all made one, people would be just as happy, and the movies I think would be better. Even like 800 millions, like that's a great amount of money for some of these franchises. Like Lilo and Stitch doesn't have to make $3 billion, but people would be happy if it made, like you said, like if it made one. Like that's great. I'm happy. That's awesome.
Then we have Nobody 2. I'm fucking. The first one was fine. I'm just over these Wick.
Oh, is that
Zonenkirk.
Thank you.
It's. I'm
Eh.
happy for him, but like I'm just over these Wick ripoffs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's like pirate movies, magician movies. Everyone's just like, oh, we can make John Wick with a blank, and in reality, like, there's only one John Wick. There's only one Jackie Chan. There's only one Rush Hour. There's only one. Like, there's only so many things you can do with some of these franchises.
Then we have a new Coen Brothers movie called Honey Don't that has Margaret Qualley in it, and Aubrey Plaza and Chris Evans. So just because of that, 5. Just because it's the Coens, I don't know much about it. And then a new Denzel movie set in 1963. Akira Kurosawa adopted Ed McCain's crime novel King's Ransom for the screen, turned the tale of kidnapping involved into a wealthy businessman into a parable about morality and a crack policeman. Now Spike Lee takes a stab at it, updating it for the 21st century. So Spike Lee and Denzel
doing Akira Kurosawa.
Yeah.
I mean, could be good.
Yeah, could be good. So there you go. I would say if I had to do at the top of my head for both top 5 most anticipated there for everything together, I'd say Alien Earth is number 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say Bears probably number 2.
Yeah, 1, 2. They're kind of 1A, 1B. Superman.
And then I'd probably do Superman. And then I'd probably do.
You're Fantastic Four, though.
I'd probably do South Park. I'm just happy to have South Park come back and tackle some shit.
Okay.
And then I'd probably do Fantastic Four.
I would only be excited about Fantastic Four if it was like, if the people were like, you gotta go right now.
Yeah. And it doesn't sound like that from the early screenings of things.
They're too worried about setting shit up for the next movie, which is exactly why Infinity War. And
by the way, after this, we do not have a Marvel movie for a year.
Thank God.
Spider-Man will be out next July, so we do not have a Marvel movie for a year. Devil Wears Prada took the spot that Doomsday was going to have on May 4th.
It's just like, it's too much, too fast, too soon. And I'm just worried about the long-time viability of the franchise, because now it seems like they're becoming parodies of themselves, talking about parodies. Like, at some point in time, we're going to get another superhero spoof movie that just ruins superhero movies. Like that whole, like right after Spider-Man 3 came out, it was like people didn't really want to touch it for a while. And then Batman Begins came out and people were like, oh, we're ready, but everything has to be really serious.
Yeah.
And then that kind of changed the direction. So
yeah, exactly.
There are some lessons that I think history might repeat itself again, and I'm worried about that.
So we both agree Alien Earth is our most anticipated of the summer, though?
Well, I'm going to say The Bear just because of what we know about The Bear.
Mm-hmm.
But Alien Earth is like 1B by like 0.5%.
Yeah. The movies, like I wouldn't say like I'm overly excited about any of the movies because I'm more have reservation. Like Jurassic Park, I know exactly what I'm getting. So as far as a theater experience, it'll be great.
F1
during F1 is up there. Like
F1 is like kind of like a Top Gun Maverick. Like I think we just have to go see it. I want to go D-box, shaky seats.
Yeah. I'm taking my dad to see that.
Yeah, you take your dad to see those movies. And like, guess what? You don't care if those movies are good. You only care about if your dad likes those movies.
I never got to see Ballerina, which might be the first Wick movie I don't see in the theater. I'm just hoping to change that, but we'll see.
It's all about timing.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, even Superman's going to be weird because I'm
when is it,
up and down out of town that week. It's the 11th. And then Fantastic Four is the end of July.
I will probably see Superman if my partner is interested. I
Mhm.
probably won't see Fantastic Four unless it's getting like 10 out of 10s.
Yeah.
And then everything else is just kind of like gravy, man. It's like whatever. I'm not
And
that
as
worried.
much as I said I was excited about Naked Gun, I'm not going to see that till it's on streaming.
Yeah, well, comedy movies are way better with friends, but like if
Yeah.
you can get friends to go with you in a theater, then yeah, I would go.
Trying to think of the
Then
last comedy movie I went to in the theater.
friggin-
Blockers, probably.
mine is like friggin' whatever probably Seth Rogen movie of some kind.
Yeah, I think it was Blockers was the last. I mean, there's been Marvel movies that you could say are comedy, but
I
as
saw
far as like a
Blockers
base
in
comedy,
the pandemic, and I was like,
yeah,
I think you kind of said like, hey, give it a shot, and I did, and I enjoyed it because isn't Barinholtz in that?
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
And Leslie Mann's always good, and Cena was great too. But Leslie Mann's good, and Barinholtz is good.
Ah man, I'm maybe it's just from the studio, but I'm digging a lot of Ike stuff lately.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else of his to watch that I could recommend for you.
I think he's just a great supporting character. He just makes everything better.
He's oddly really good at Neighbors as well. Not oddly, but he's really good at Neighbors as well because he's Seth's best friend in Neighbors.
I can't remember if I think I started it, but I can't remember if I finished it.
Neighbors?
Yeah.
Oh, Neighbors is great.
No, I know, but like I remember watching it one night. I don't know if I just like fell asleep or if I got distracted or
Yeah.
Sometimes what happens with me sometimes is I'll start this movie and then halfway through I'll be like, actually I want to watch an action movie. Then I'll change what I'm watching completely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sometimes that happens to me.
Sometimes I watch stuff. I'm like, I'm just gonna watch these random history videos on the NBA or actual history or baseball on YouTube instead. I fall down that rabbit hole.
Oh, the YouTube rabbit holes are great.
I did a whole fucking rabbit hole in Hannes Wagner the other night.
Oh, really? The baseball card guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't even that good of a player, right?
Just watching his swing was outrageous.
It was good.
Yeah, it was great. And then I I've just done some deep dives on did a deep dive on Gordie Howe the other night. Did a deep dive on like Prohibition because we were watching Sinners, right?
Oh,
so so like what's going on with Prohibition and Al Capone and YouTube? You just put you down this rabbit hole of one thing after another and stuff, right? So it's that. I mean, that's why sometimes YouTube is just the best streaming service.
I've been watching gun restoration videos. Like this guy finds like World War II guns and he like fixes them all up and stuff like that. And it's like, that's cool.
There's one like guy like that does that with video game consoles. People like send him like beat up video game consoles.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And so he found like an old Game Boy that had Pokemon Blue in it. And yeah, just brought it back. Like it looked like it was done, and he brought it back to life.
That's wicked.
Yeah. So something that's pretty cool. But all right, next week we will have Ironheart. We will not have the Bear because the Bear will be the week after.
You will have to do that one with Andy or Nick because I will be out of the country.
Oh, right. So yeah, I will be doing Ironheart with Andy. And then we will have NBA draft stuff coming up as well. And then when Devin gets back, then we will talk about the Bear.
That's right.
Yeah. And the Alien thing, we will both been on our flights and have watched it by then. Not Alien, Predator.
Yeah, Predator.
Yeah.
It's there you go.
All right, everyone. Thanks so much for listening. Until next time, folks. Cheers and enjoy the day.